Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of my podcast, Be Real with Imogen. And it is me, your host, Imogen. So, the idea of this episode is just to be an intro episode, kind of explain what my goal is of this podcast, what I hope the audience kind of gains from here, and kind of like why I made this podcast. Kind of introduce myself, but let's get into it. So, obviously, the title is Be Real with Imogen because I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to speak a lot of truth to help you grow as a person, to kind of help you become more open minded, kind of understand a lot of things. I don't know. So that's the title. Obviously, my name is Imogen, so I had to include my name in the title because I just felt like it was already unique. So that is that. Yes. Um, Kind of a little about myself. Obviously, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, master's degree in forensic psychology. Um, I feel like my studies also have helped me kind of be more open minded and kind of shift who I am as a person. I've definitely grown a lot, and within my studies, like I said, they've helped me become more open minded. So I think that's kind of why I also wanted to make this podcast because I just feel like I kind of just think differently and I want to help people grow, especially what I've studied, like I've said. Um, Kind of just getting into this first episode. Like I said, I want to help people with this podcast. So I don't really have a specific audience. Anyone can tune in, anyone can watch my videos, anyone can gain what they want to gain from my episodes. Um, I do feel like some of my topics will kind of probably pertain more to like women and young women to kind of just help them as women. But and like I said, anyone can tune in, anyone can watch, anyone can gain what they want to gain from here. So, yeah, that's just kind of my audience, who I am, and the kind of like the why. Also, the kind of why, besides helping people, I want to help people also gain confidence, whether you have it already or not. I feel like in today's society, I see that a lot because of social media. I feel like it's really amplified low self esteem, and that shouldn't be that way. It's social media at the end of the day. Sometimes what people are displaying is real, sometimes it's not. Like people always say, what you see on the internet is not always real life truth. So that's kind of what I want to help with too, and especially in today's modern society. Social media has probably taken a toll on a lot of people, and I want to be kind of like the extra voice to tell you, like, hold on, stop comparing yourself, stop trying to be them. You're your own person. Be who you are, and don't feel like you're behind in life. Don't feel like you have to be where this person is at 23 years old because you're 23 or whatever. We're all different, different mindsets, different lifestyles. So that's kind of what I want to help with too. Um, Kind of like the theme, I guess, of my podcast is elevate, design, and grow. I will kind of explain what those three things mean. Maybe I can eventually make an episode on each topic, kind of like its own little thing to kind of go deeper and how you can do so. But right now, I'm just gonna kind of briefly explain. So, elevate, what I mean by elevate, I mean elevating your lifestyle, elevate who you are as a person, your mindset, your soul, your body. Elevate those standards. Make them higher than they probably already are. You don't really want to have low standards for the rest of your life. So, elevate those standards. And if people can't meet them, you're not the problem, they are. So, that's kind of what I mean by elevate. I want people to elevate who they are as a person, their mindset, be more open-minded. I'll probably go deeper into that, like I said, and probably maybe help show you ways on how you can do so. And kind of pertaining to grow, it is definitely different from elevate. They have two different meanings. When I mean grow, I mean your volume and your skills. Obtain new skills, grow your skills, grow your volume. And by that, I mean grow who you are as a person. Outgrow the old and grow into the new. Shed that new piece of skin and just grow. So, as we get older, we do outgrow a lot. We outgrow a lot of habits. We outgrow a lot of skills. We even outgrow people, and that's totally okay. It's not beef. It's not drama. We're growing up. We're going to have different careers. We're going to have different schedules. We're going to have different friends, significant others, and it's okay to grow and outgrow. It's not beef. It's not drama. It's just, I see you're doing well. I'm doing well, and that's all that matters. Wish you the best. Move on. But that's pretty much my theme. And with design, what I mean by design is I want to help people design their lifestyle. Kind of by that, I feel like we all just have a different lifestyle, and you are the CEO of your life. I know that's cliche, that's said a lot, but you literally are the CEO of your life. Do you want someone else to run your life for you? Do you want someone else to boss you around, tell you how to live, tell you how to grow, tell you how to do this in your life? I don't think so. So that's kind of what I mean by design your life. You are the CEO. Take charge of it. Grab the wheel and go with it. You grab the wheel, not someone else, not whoever, because like I said, it's your life. You're going to do what you want with it. You're going to be who you want to be. You're going to think how you want. So that's kind of what I mean by design. I want to help people design their life and who they are as a person. Now that the theme is explained, I feel like that's pretty much just my goal. Like I said, I really want to help people be more open-minded. That's just kind of who I am as a person. I believe in my YouTube bio, I have high fashion takes on real life truth. And what I mean by that is I will be dressed up in a lot of my episodes, kind of like right now. I have a silk little two-piece set on. That's just who I am as a person. I like to dress up. So I'm like, let me put a lot of my good fits to use and welcome them in a podcast and explain to you. That's confidence. You got to express it. So I feel like kind of portraying that will help gain more audience, kind of I know what I'm talking about type of thing, I guess. But I am taking on real life truths. That's what I mean. I'm going to explain a lot of topics in here that are going to be oh yeah, I've never really thought of it that way or something, So that's kind of what I mean. And this is going to be my bestie in my podcast. You will see this notebook a lot. It is basically just topics, what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be all of my ideas in here, and I'm going to one day just sit down and explain whatever idea I want in this book. But that's pretty much that. I am working a lot on getting a better background. This is just my living room wall right now, but eventually, I want a cute little background, like a curtain or something. Maybe one that will match my couch where I'm going to be at most of the time in this podcast. This is a little setup. This is where I'm going to be. It's cute. It's very me. As for my podcast, for now, it's just going to be a lot of me. I will be kind of the only person speaking right now, But eventually, if my homegirls want to come in here and be featured on an episode, I want to bring my homegirls in here. They could sit down, we could yap. I guess that depends on them. I'm not going to force them to be in an episode. But if they want to, eventually I want to get them in here. But for now, like I said, it's just going to be very much me. And if they do come in here, we'll probably just talk about like episode topics and past episodes I've already brought up, or just new topics, or maybe just like our friendship. A lot of my episodes will be themed, so it will be whatever the topic is. That's just what I'm going to be talking about. And I'll try to match the title very much with what I'm going to speak about, so it draws that attention. And when people see it, they're like, "Oh yeah, like she really ate with that." But I feel like that's pretty much like it. I just, I want to just sit here and yap with you guys and explain to you guys my open-mindedness and what I've grown into as a person. I'm not going to talk about other people because that's just, no. I don't want people to feel like I'm specifically talking about a specific person. It's just more like I will bring in some personal experiences. I won't go into detail. I just will kind of use them to kind of show you like the how of maybe I got through something, or how this changed me to who I am today, type of thing, but I won't sit here and talk about people, but like I said, I talk facts, so there's that too. um that's kind of like my other theme too. Like, I'm not going to be talking I'm going to be talking facts. But yeah, I feel like this pretty much concludes my intro video. Eventually, too, I want to do like Q&As, whether if it pertains to myself or a specific topic or something. I want to do like a Q&A. I want to acknowledge my audience. I want them to feel like I see them. You see me, and I want you to know that I see you. So I will do Q&As. Maybe sometimes I'll read comments too in like a random episode. Like, look at this comment, I'm gonna reply to it, or something, Like, I've seen those types of videos too. But yeah, maybe eventually I will get into talking with influencers. I don't know. We'll see. I'm barely starting. I don't know where this journey is gonna take me. I do want it to take me far. I'm manifesting it will. But that's just what the future holds. Whatever the future holds for me. I'm just here, thriving, going with the flow, creating my flow. And yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. And eventually I want to get a stand for this, because I'm going to be moving my hands around a lot, and this is just it's going to get in the way sometimes. But yeah, eventually this podcast is going to grow. There's going to be different scenery sometimes, but this is going to be my main scenery. But yeah, I just want to help people. I want people to hear me out, and hopefully what I speak about will help you grow, elevate, and design your life. I will be the main host. I'm just going right now. I can't tell you what this podcast is going to bring me. I can't tell you how it's going to change. But I do know where I'm going is good with this podcast. It's coming with good intent. So I think that concludes my first episode, my intro. I'm doing this all by myself. I'm my own camera woman. I'm my own lighting person, my own speaker person, and that's totally fine. We all start somewhere, right? And eventually I hope to just grow and get where I want to with this podcast. But for now, let's just get into the intro, get to my next episode. We'll see what topic I decide to talk about. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy my podcast. I hope you guys continue tuning in and subscribe. I hope that you just enjoy what I eventually want to speak about. But for now, let's just call it And thank you for listening to my intro. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it and continue tuning in.